Hey folks, Dave Parrish here with Knack Builders. Got another video for you today. Please like this video on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel, that'll help. But today's topic, video instructions for your users. This mostly comes in play when you're deploying an app. You have an app you built, you've worked out the bugs, and now it's time to get a bunch of users to use it. This comes more into play too when they have a lot of users. I have lots of apps that have users all over the world. We need to get them on the same page. And that's a whole nother topic, the deployment of apps, best practices. I'll probably do a video on that. But I'm going to focus on this, having within your app a bunch of instructional videos. It's a simple topic. This won't be long. But I'm going to show you what I used to do and what I do now. Thanks. Okay, folks, let's jump into this topic about using videos to help your users understand how to use the app. Let me show you how I'm doing it right now. This is the video approach. On most of my apps, I have something called instructional videos. This is an involved accounting app. In this case, they just go here. And there's a whole bunch of videos. We've got 24 of them here. And the admins, these are in a logical order of how they would actually use the app. It addresses all kinds of topics, how to do approvals, payments, claims, all kinds of stuff. But by clicking here, they can open up a video. And I'm using something called Loom. I'll get into that. This video addresses company payees. So they can get all the lowdown. Videos you absorb a lot better than written stuff. But let me show you how I was doing it. When I first started building and I needed to provide instructions, I did it the old school way. A Word document with categories and then individual instructions. Sometimes I put in a picture of where you click or beware of this. Colossal pain, slow, not absorbed well by the user at all. Did not like this. You turn this into a PDF and put it someplace on your app. So I don't really do that anymore. Then after that, I found this thing called Help Site. I think I did a video on this a few years ago. It allows you to make what they call knowledge bases. And that's, I'm going to give you an example. Here's one I did. First of all, one nice thing about it, you can search, delete. If I search for delete, it's going to return any article that I put in here that has that, sort of like these user forum stuff we do. And you can group them by different rules, and then they can click on them. And the interface to create these is really easy. It's very easy. Just drop and drag screenshots. You can put in an arrow. You can put in video. It's fairly tedious to build. The processes that they have are easy, but there's usually a lot of stuff, and you got to write stuff, and you got to proofread it, and was at the time I thought it was great, and then I started using this thing called Loom. It's what I'm recording this on now. It's what if I add functionality to an app or need something addressed and I want to communicate with the client, I don't need to schedule a meeting. I just do a Loom video. Click a button that records your screen record, and then you can just send it to them. Everyone loves it. But there's other services too. Anything, you can have a video that's stored someplace. This stores on the cloud. So I'm going to go back to what I'm doing now. And right here, the app. Here's how I do these. Again, I put a button. And for anyone, this is admin home. Over here is a rep home. They have the same sort of button, instructional videos. Their processes aren't as complicated. They just have a few. But here's how I set it up. I make all the list of what I need, topics I need to cover, and then I just go in and Knack, create something called video. It just has a few fields in it, the name, the link. I usually make the link not the long link that I get for some URL, but make it the same for all text, and I just put click. and then it will look like, go back here, it'll look like that, click. And I tell it to put it in a new page, open in a new window. Then I put another one called audience, and this is, in this case, it's just going to be who the user's roles are, rep or admin. There could be a number of user roles. You want to split those up on the page. That allows me to filter when I'm putting a table. In this case, I want the admin to also see what the rep sees, but when we go to the rep, I can filter it where they're just seeing theirs, because they don't need to see all the admin stuff, right? And then the last thing I do here is I put an order thing in. It's just a number. You'll see how that works right here. So I take a look at all these, and I'm looking for a logical order of how they would actually use the app and put them in that order. And this has 24 of them, so you're like sort of thinking, well, what's going after this, and you're like, oh, this should have came before. I just do I put a 1.1 or something to squeeze it in between. That's all pretty simple. Last point I'm going to make on this is I usually request, they don't always do it, but my client, I say, hey, I'm going to have all these videos for you. I want you to put them on your drive someplace where they're accessible. So they're your property. They're all right now on my, and you can download them really easy on my Loom account. But if something happens to me or whatever, and that Loom is not available, well, these are all dead links then. But this has proved very helpful. And again, someone trying to learn watching a video, assuming you do it well, is going to learn a lot more than a bunch of stuff on a piece of paper. So I appreciate it, folks. I will talk to you soon. Thanks.